because it's for me easier to control.
See that? Yeah, that's good for shade.
I will feed some of the Shinisaurus. All these cages have Shinisaurus. All these cages have screen underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because some people write me an email and they ask me if I have problems with opossums, with raccoons, with coyotes.
Right.
You don't have problems with that because you keep them out. But what you have problems with is with small things.
Oh, mice.
Voles.
Oh.
Voles are very bad. They dig very deep, they make a burrow and the lizards can escape by that burrow.
Oh.
I have problems with voles,
Yeah.
with shrews, with mice, with fire ants, with lampropeltis,
Oh, little snakes. Yeah.
coluber. But I don't have problems that people think we have problems with.
Coyotes. Yeah.
Raccoons, coyotes, all these nice animals, no problem, because you can make the cages so they cannot get in.
Oh,
I have only
okay.
problems with small animals. And you will see it here. I saw there yesterday.
Acorns,
I see that here. See that soil?
Fire ant, huh?
There's a burrow under it.
Oh.
If you push there, you go down deep.
Oh, boy. Got in.
When you have, there is a burrow also. But when you have voles, these small little things that don't eat lizards but that make escape routes,
Right.
when you have voles, they are not there, they prefer to be in your terraria.
Oh.
So, what I do then, yeah, it's nice to see. I'm not going to wait a week or so. The next day already I do something. So, I take all my Shinisaurus out here. And tomorrow or next week I will do the, I will take all out, I put the things there. I put the Shinisaurus in other cages for a while, a couple of days. I put the concrete in. I put the dirt back and the things back. And
Does it drain?
That's for water.
Yeah, drain water, alright.
I put gravel in there, that water, when it rains a lot, that water can drain. See, they don't drown because they like water, but it should not be forever there, the water.
Sitting water, yeah.
So here it can drain out also. See this here? There's a screen under it. There's a screen under it. That's for their winter hiding place.
Yep.
I cover that, like I cover the other cages, I cover that with stones like you have there. And there they are in winter. And that's for draining that soil. So I put soil in here then, and water and everything.
That's their
I did it this morning. Yeah, that is where they hibernate.
Nice.
They always hibernate on land. Here, I throw bad dead chickens here, so it smells a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So they hibernate on land.
Therefore, I like to be far away from neighbors.
Yeah, it works.
The farther of the people are, the better I like it.
Yeah, I like the place.
We live in the Netherlands, and
You got worms
that is
there.
like 1/3 of Alabama, but 15 million people there. It's impossible. Yeah, that's super worms. I need to feed her a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Normally there is always, oh, there is sitting one, a female.
Yeah.
Yep.
Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah.
I told her to clear the memory card. I
This
knew
man.
What's
Camera not working?
Well, it's got a full memory, and I told her to clear it.
Daddy.
You see that? Yeah. I'm not sure she did, though. I don't want to erase a bunch of pictures. We don't have duplicates.
These are all his Shinisaurus
Yeah, they hide here.
cages.
They have choices. And in the winter they're there too.
It stays about, in the wintertime, does that say about 50 degrees? Or?
No, but I put a layer of leaves. They don't go in the water all winter. They don't need water in the winter. So I don't need to worry about water for 6 months. So I can put a thick layer of leaves. Well, it's convenient because when it's November, all the leaves are laying here, so I don't need to get up for the leaves. And I put a thick layer of leaves in
I
here.
thought.
On top of this.
What?
I never had a dead one in the winter.
Nice.
Hi.
He said
So
just,
this was leaf mulch.
yeah, they hide in the holes in the Brico box and he covers it all with leaf mulch for the winter time.
They are hibernating for 6 months.
Does it get down to 15
Yeah,
degrees?
and that's another thing I want to tell to the people. And also in Europe they do that wrong. They talk about a cooling period of 2 to 3 months, and I don't know lizards that have a cooling period of 2 to 3 months in nature. If you live in Tennessee or you live in Alabama, from November till April you don't see the local reptiles.
Yeah.
That's half a year.
Yeah.
Mid-November till mid-April is the coldest half year.
Right.
You don't see the local reptiles, that's half a year. So, the same thing in Europe, and the same thing in the cold part of Australia and in Argentina, everywhere, the reptiles typically hibernate 6 months.
Yeah.
People talk about a cooling period of 2 to 3 months. It's not, they're aliens for me. I don't understand why they get this knowledge, where they get this knowledge from.
Yeah.
Because if you look in nature, if they look around their own house, they see all the animals hibernate for 6 months, why their animals in the house only 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And then they don't breed,
Yeah.
many species. They cannot breed them. It's okay, but they cannot breed them.
That's good.
Well,
For you.
it is an ideal thing to have
Right.
animals that hibernate for 6 months.
Right. Yeah. It's nice.
Because you can go on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have animals that need to be taken care of all year, you never can go away, or you must ask other people to look after your animals.
Right.
That let them escape or so, or
Right.
something. So, the
Are you-
ideal animal is an animal that hibernates.
Are you feeding these ones
If
here?
I get retired, if I would sell the whole thing, I would continue with Shinisaurus, because then I have 6 months work with the animals, and the other 6 months I can travel all the world,
Yeah.
because I
They
put
can-
layer of leaves over it, I put plastic over it, and I even not look at them. For 6 months in a row.
And they don't need the rain, huh? They don't need any water in the winter.
Hey, you like those lizards?
See the sweet potato?
Yep.
That's the carotene.
Oh, okay.
Carotenes are in provitamin A.
Yep.
And if the animal has not enough carotene, they are getting infections easily.
Right.
They cannot fend off bacteria.
Right.
They get watery eyes and all that.
Yeah.
Then they go to the vet, and the vet finds bacteria, and they think that's a problem.
Yeah.
But the problem is lack of carotene.
Oh.
That's the problem. In nature, it's all green, and the green leaves have carotenes.
Right.
So in nature, the grasshoppers and the insects and the caterpillars and everything have green leaves in their stomach. And the lizards eat them, and they get carotenes all the time. And then they come in the house, in the terrarium, and they give them crickets which didn't get carrots, which didn't get green leaves, but which gets bran with no carotenes. And then they are amazed why the lizard gets infectious diseases all the time.
Right. Right.
Because they do basic things wrong.
Sea worms? Is it lizards?
So, along with the superworms, the carotenes go, so then there's food for a couple of days. Yeah, the screen is in there, so when it rains they don't drown.
Yep. I remember you showing me that last time. So this is it. This is the complex setup for Shinisaurus. You've got a cement top there. That covers a hole in the ground.
Here, look at this hiding place.
Somebody hiding here.
A local skink is also in there. The local skinks are very many.
Yeah, right. Oh wow, look at
Yeah,
how big
that's-
that is.
Oh, man. See? There's the local skink. They don't bother the local skinks. But when the local skinks get too big and I expect babies, then I catch them out. They may eat the baby, it would not be good.
Mm.
The female is way down at the bottom. I see a little bit of a female way down.
That's pretty pretty.
I make this different. I will take this heavy things out. I will make wood things because it's easier to check for me.
You like?
Yeah, I make this from angle metal.
Mm-hmm.
I bend this over. All these
Oh,
You have a
okay.
sheet, bend it.
Huh?
A press? You use a press?
Yeah, no, I have not a machine for that, but I do with 2 pieces of wood and gradually. And rivets, put wire in, and I have a door. I do that systematically like that.
I see. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I don't need the cages, and then later I do the other cages. There we go. Get some earthworms. They prefer earthworms, but we have a severe drought, so
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
it's very dry here.
On your website, it talks about rainworms. Is that earthworms? Same thing?
I don't know what you're saying.
Is rainworms the same as earthworms?
I hear some noise, but I don't know what you're saying.
On your website, you talk about rainworms. Rainworms is the same thing as earthworms?
What?
Rainworms? Are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Same as earthworms?
Earthworms, rainworms.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in the Netherlands we call them rainworms because when it's raining they come out of the ground.
Oh, okay. That's why.
See? What you see? Where the food goes? It's really hard.
See one?
Not yet, not in this cage.
I don't think we. Oh, I can put some food in here too.
Scoot back there and put some food. Watch him. Put some worms in there.
So they prefer earthworms, but when there's no rain, gotta use those. Oh, fire ants.
Alright, so we fed? Yeah, those got fed.
Your babies in. But there's the same bloodline as what you get. The babies there are bigger.
Oh,
That terrarium is better. The elephant round terrarium is better.
That's
These
where they
babies
live.
are smaller still. These are the youngest babies.
How long? What's the size of the clutch you get usually?
The youngest babies here and here. Yeah, often they just sit there and you overlook them.
I don't see any yet.
yeah,
See it? Let's see if you can see a baby. Come here, Phil.
I take this out first.
Girl, push the lid up.
This is too small. The terrarium. Too small.
Too small for the babies? Here, I'll hold this. Oh, it's got tops on it.
Here's one, see?
Wow.
I like to sit under these things.
Really small.
The head that disappears now, the white color of the head, that has this color. They look like a piece of broken wood. And they always sit at the end of a piece of broken wood, so you overlook them. Therefore the tip of the head looks like that.
See the baby? It's right there. Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was wondering
There are
why.
3 in here and 3 in here, but they all look the same.
I was wondering why they have
that's
the little
more-
yellow
that's
tip.
more for extra shadow. Come on. You're wondering what?
I wonder why they had the yellow head.
The head.
The yellow head is because of the broken
Yeah,
wood.
only in the beginning. I see them always sleeping. Now you have
some more? That's where the babies live.
a piece of wood so, sticking up like this, so.
Yeah.
I see them sleeping on this, so. With the head up.
Yeah.
And they look exactly like a piece of broken wood. And that means that they have been doing that for millions of years, otherwise they would not develop such a color.
Right,
Because
right.
it takes a very long time to develop such a color, because the predators take all the ones out they see first, so in the end the ones with the white on the head, they are less visible and they remain, and it takes a long time.
Right.
And that in turn means that they are exposed to a lot of wind.
Yeah.
If you are sitting on a branch like that, you are sitting in the wind. And that explains why in the past all the people were killing the babies. They were killing the babies because they had no sticks to sit on, corn sticks. They had a 10-gallon tank, glass all around,
No ventilation.
water, land. They were seeing them like little crocodiles that walk in and out on the beach.
Yeah.
They look like that, but they died all for skin disease.
Skin
They
problem.
had all fungal infection because they had not the wind. When the wind is lacking, they die.
Yeah.
These animals are very easy to keep, but in the past people were thinking they were difficult to keep because they kept them in the wrong way. So they kept them with no ventilation, which is easy to create ventilation.
Yeah, kill a lot of
And now with the computer fans, if you have a 10-gallon tank, you can make 2 openings and you can have the wind go through and you have it full of sticks in it, and you can still do it in a 10-gallon tank, but with the wind through it. And they kept them too cool. They kept them too cool. They kept them like 75, 78. They were thinking that was the temperature they need. But then they don't eat. Then they refuse food. Keep them at 82, they eat right away.
Okay.
So these 2 things they ate wrong. No ventilation and too cool. And all the babies died. And nobody knew why. And they didn't go look what is the weather in Mengshang, because Mengshang is the biggest town in the area where the Shinisaurus live, and you just check what the weather is there and you know better.
Mengshang.
In the summer it's almost never below 80 degrees there. It's hot all summer. It's like here.
Okay.
I'm hoping Tennessee would be okay. It's getting hotter over there.
You often see that when people who kept the animals at first start writing down mistakes, the other people take these messages over, and they take these messages not only over, they also publish it as they know it from him, and then they know it from him, and this keeps going on.
Yeah.
So when 30, 40 years ago the first sun gazers were made pictures of, the people would take a big rock and would put a sun gazer on it, and that created the imagination of the people that they live on rocks. They don't live on rocks. But that's because they start doing something wrong, are telling people something wrong, and it keeps going on.
Right, right. Yeah.
Sun gazers live in meadows and there is no rock whatsoever, maybe a little stone.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering about. You have those here?
Huh?
You have sun gazers here?
I had them in the past, I don't have them anymore. Now I have Cordylus melanotus.
Crag lizard.
They were pseudocylus.
Crag lizards. Yeah.
And the good thing about these chickens there is that we have many flies.
Oh, they like flies.
And now I only can put fruits in the cages where there are small lizards, and all the flies come there and they eat the flies.
Yeah.
Using nature.
Good. I leave this here because I need to feed a little more later.
The sprinklers here, huh? What do you use the sprinkler for, the water?
The irrigation?
Yeah,
I see you.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have been sprinkling them. Later I can put them there and sprinkle there, because when it's so dry weather I sprinkle them on them.
How often? How much water do they need?
We go get some earthworms.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't. And soon they fall.
Yeah.
is this a bad year for the watering? You had to water extra this year because of the drought?
Yeah, bad year. I will not have many babies next year.
Yeah.
You can keep them alive and you can do something, but for really breeding it needs to be a wet year and you need to have a lot of earthworms, because they like earthworms much more than this.
Yeah.
Stuff I would know. Good, good.
But really, there is a pair in it, and I cannot put 2 earthworms in and expect them to eat it. I must put like 10 earthworms in it, throw in, and then they may find them. So I need lots of earthworms.
Yeah.
There's a pair in it. Here's a pair in it.
One pair, huh?
I made all these cages myself. I find metal cages the easiest to make.
Yeah,
These are 3 feet wide, so I make them 3 by 3 feet. And I take angle metal over the top and I leave it 1 hour. And another hour to put it in the ground here.
we're going to do some more outdoor stuff. I like to do outdoor. I do terrariums, a lot of terrariums, but I have nothing outdoors yet. I'm looking into this.
Yeah, you can do that in Tennessee also.
Yeah, that's good.
I think Tennessee is even better for you with Lesotho than here. It gets too hot here for them. Yeah.
Tennessee is better for
You can get
Shinisaurus?
Shinisaurus also outdoor, but you must protect them a little bit better in the winter.
They're cold, yeah.
But what counts is that you have 6 months of good weather, because from mid-April till mid-October you have good weather there too.
It's
How
gotten
cold the
warm.
winter is does not matter so much really, because eventually you could take the lizards out and have them continue hibernation in your basement.
We'll have to work on that, yeah. Good stuff. You see? See the big lizards? You see them in there?
We get some earthworms.
Okay.
Read a book.
And then they write me back, you ever heard about the runs? And then I say, yes, you. Then you get nice email back.
Yeah.
You ever heard about the runs? Because they still think that the baby tech year was not good because they messed them up in the time of 4 months or 3 or 2 months by not giving them UV light and by giving them pure meat and no calcium also.
Yep. Yeah, we
They like meat very much, I know they like it.
we're nutritionists too. We give them good nutrition. Oh, so I tell you, this is worms.
What kind of blood pile is that right there?
I guess this is all
I
old
hope that's not
substrate.
environment.
Recycled substrate turned into worm.
Jacob,
box.
Jacob,
Just saw a box
get back.
Box,
That could be ant.
I think it's just this old recycled substrate.
I hope so. Box turtle.
So he gets his worms and all this.
He's looking.
Here are always box turtles. Here in this area.
That one right there.
See one already?
I see a round something over there.
Oh, so
Probably
it's coconut.
coconut husk.
Yeah, this is for earthworms. I have a sprinkler also to
catches
keep
worms.
worms. See? And that is for
That's where it
earthworms. And I
catches
create a
worms.
big place there
Now
also
let's
for
watch.
earthworms.
Let's watch him. Look, look.
He's gathering his worms there. The Shinisaurus lizards really like earthworms. That's their favorite food.
Many they are too small. It's a little bit too picky. May need to go to another place.
One. Worms. He's getting worms, buddy.
I learned this from the chickens. I saw the chickens do that, so I do the same thing to find earthworms. It's a little bit bigger. Isn't it terrarium?
I like that. That's a good idea.
Oh, this one?
Black soldier flies.
Well,
Oh, there.
I could probably find those
They
in
are
Tennessee.
native from Tennessee also.
Weird.
I think you saw them.
Oh, I thought they were smaller. Maybe
They are nicer ones, more colorful ones, the other ones.
Wow, that's a lot of food. That's
But
protein.
you can take some larvae with you, but I don't know how you must start it then.
Nice, boy. You're getting some ideas.
And this is then for next winter for putting this stuff over and then for the earthworms. So I make there a lower section, I put all this, make it first all flat, and then I put this over.
So Bert flattens out cardboard boxes, puts them on this compost pile he's got. He gets tomato farmers to drop off tomatoes, and what you get are these soldier flies here.
And these are the June beetles.
And you can't
That is, huh? I was wondering what
can't
those
see
were.
the soldier flies now.
Yeah, I
He
think
just
you're
had them rolling.
Yeah, you will see the flying there. Because we breed rats, and of the rats, just left over like this here, I put partly here, but I put also everywhere on my lawn. So that's why I can catch all the June beetle grubs here, which I won't, even I catch them all, because they also breed there, and I never will catch them there. So
Bugs.
it's the meaning that you can keep on doing it year after year.
Good ideas.
There you go. There's a Moroccan Euromastix. Trying to shoot through the glass. Just ran off. There's another one. I don't know if we're going to see these on the video very well, but
Oh, that's a lizard.
yeah, he's in there. Well, I'll tell you, the sun is beating down out here. It is hot.
Oh, there's another one.
There's Euromastics
Oh,
in
there's
every one of these
another
cages.
one.
They keep hiding.
Daddy, they go over there.
Oh, there's a pretty one. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Don't scare him, buddy. Oh, there he went.
Daddy.
Another one. Each one of these cages has got a couple pairs of
Oh,
gigantic
Daddy.
maracas.
There's another one.
Yeah.
What, Peter?
There.
Oh, there's another one.
Is there another one?
Yep.
Here's another one. Look at that guy. Look at that guy, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
There he goes.
Tee-hee.
This is my 2-year-old. How you doing, Jacob? You like the lizard farm?
I like the lizard farm.
It's neat.
It's neat.
We see lots of lizards, huh? This is Bert Langerwerf's lizard farm. And he's over there in the Shinisaurus. These are all his Karusha cages. Big monkey tail skinks. They're hiding in there. They're hard to see them.
That part.
Don't hurt yourself.
No.
Let's go find our lizards, alright? We'll come back and we'll check all this out. Just to get an idea. I mean, here's his property. So he's got the house over there. You can kind of see through the trees. There's the Euromantis cages. Look at all these lizard cages he's got. He's built all these things over the years. 5 acres of nothing but lizard cages. It's everywhere. Anyway, sprawling lizard oasis. I better.
And I see